Всем привет! Вы на канале GameZone, и это прохождение офигеннейшей игры LA Noire. Всем приятного просмотра.
There's a statewide APB out on him.
Jack's okay. He has something up his sleeve. He's not worried about being caught.
How do we know?
We go after the other side of the equation. Jack has a lesion and its cronies running scared. We go after the doctor and some of the other guys.
With the whole department breathing down our necks.
It's time for action, Herschel. It's time for change. Jack's crossed the Rubicon and we have to be on the other side.
Christ, what was that?
Explosion. Something big.
You think it's the Reds? You think those Rusky sons of bitches that dropped the H-bomb on us?
Calm down, Herschel. We need to be ready for the call.
I'm not waiting for an invitation. Get in the car and head for the cloud. KGPL can give us the details on the way.
All units, reports of an explosion. Location, alternate location is south of Santa Monica. West of, stand by for further. All units, car 88K reports an explosion downtown. Repeating, 88K is reporting an explosion downtown. All units, stand by for further.
Downtown? Can't be.
All units, explosion location is somewhere in Wilshire. Car 14 Adam reports the address. Units, stand by for further. Calling all cars. Assist the fire department. The explosion's at 4672 Oakwood Avenue. 4672 Oakwood Avenue.
We have looters around the corner. Cuff them or put them down. We need to get this area under control.
You don't shoot at cops, you little prick! Get that chapter, Cole! Now ain't the time to be looking for a profit, asshole! The commander will want us at the scene. Let's go.
Jesus. I've never seen nothing like this.
I wish I could say the same. Like a bomb's gone off. Jesus Christ. Poor people.
We gotta find out what went down.
You're late, Phelps. Get delayed somewhere?
What in God's name happened here?
Wasn't nuclear. If it was, we'd all be dead from the radiation.
That's reassuring. What's radiation?
Everyone inside the factory was vaporized. Look at the size of that crater.
What's going on over there?
The mayor's going on television, appealing for calm.
Television. We're gonna afford one of those things.
Anything to go on?
You're looking at the remains of Nicholson electroplating. I have an idea of what might have caused the explosion, but I'm only guessing. Have a look around the rubble, see if you come up with it.
The world's turned upside down.
Then it's time for us to do our jobs.
That's it, Mr. Mayor. We're wrapped.
Oh, good. Thank you very much, son. I think it went okay.
Couple of hiccups, sir, but that's to be expected. Nobody's ever done this before.
Sweet heavens.
Get better with practice.
That maybe goes for me too, son. Maybe more somber. What do you think, son?
No, Mr. Mayor. You came across as, very resolute.
Looks like all that's left. Try the laundry tag.
Seems irrelevant.
Detective, you seen this yet? Come take a look.
Blew the locker open, but shielded the contents. Must see what we got in here. Oh, only OSS agents use these things. We'll need to get the film developed to see if there's an espionage angle.
What is it?
A substitution cipher. The Germans used them in the war. These are cipher rings.
You know what to do with them?
Maybe. I used them in OCS. These first letters are the cipher key. The rest of the message should align itself. Any ideas, Herschel?
None that I care to utter for public consumption.
Tomoko Akamoto. Japanese name. address. 133 North Vermont Avenue.
Hey, detective! I think I got something here.
Any idea what this is?
A very large egg cup? A Viking helmet? How would I know, Phelps? Try putting it back together.
Looks to me like some kind of machine component. An airplane part, maybe. Crazy. Looks like a war zone. See what you can scrape together.
I'm Fred Nicholson.
This is your place?
What's left of it? 32 years of work up in smoke.
Can you tell us what happened here?
Our chief chemist, Harold McClellan, was using this area to test the new process.
And what exactly is this new process?
That's classified information, son.
A lot of people died here, Mr. Nicholson. I'm prepared to go to the press and tell them it was your fault. What is the new process?
A way to chemically polish aluminum. It's traditionally done by hand. It's extremely labor-intensive. The process could be worth millions.
Who is Tomoko Akamoto?
Dr. McClellan's personal assistant. She came highly recommended.
So you hire a chemical whiz kid and his assistant without checking either one of them out?
Hindsight is a great thing, detective. And I should have looked more closely at their references.
What can you tell us about McClellan?
A brilliant chemist. He approached me a few months ago with the idea for the new process.
So no one has ever done this before?
No, but it's legitimate research.
You sure this wasn't some kind of insurance play gone wrong? Come clean about it, Mr. Nicholson, and it will go better for everyone.
You have some basis for that accusation, do you, Sonny? If you want to keep making ridiculous allegations, you can speak with my lawyer.
We'll be in touch, Mr. Nicholson. Can you send us Dr. McClellan and Miss Akamoto's personnel files?
I will if I can find them.
By the way, we also found the collar of a shirt. It has a laundry tag.
They're likely to be Dr. McClellan. The majority of people who work here don't use a laundry service.
You think McGlone went up in smoke? Or is he still...
Detective Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
Can you speak to someone at the Army Air Force Base for me, please?
Of course, Detective.
Tell them I have what I believe is an aircraft part. It's polished metal, light for its size, and it looks like a cone of some sort. It's stamped on the inside. P&W Wasp Major R4360.
I'll get back to you, Detective, when you check in for messages. Anything else?
I need an address for Superior Laundry Services.
Closest store to your location is in Wilshire, 4766 Melrose Avenue.
Thanks for your help.
Any available unit, meet the officer. 211 just occurred at 253 Main Street. Units to handle code 2 identified.
Well, well. Why the cloak and dagger routine, Miss Akamoto?
Somebody turned the place over. Do you think I could fit in there? I couldn't fit in there.
I'd like to think you would have had something more to say about getting shoved in a fridge, Herschel. One to the head, one to the heart. Point blank. Jeans Lindbergh. Very expensive watch. Fitted by flyboys. I always wanted one as a kid.
That's funny. As a kid, all I wanted was some food on the table.
Could be a class ring. Looks like we have a match.
Interesting dame, this Sakamoto. What is it exactly?
Microfilm. A document shrunk to the size of your thumbnail.
Rod must have amazing eyesight.
This is Biggs?
Sure. The department gives you one of those when you retire. Biggs, badge 525. I'll need a couple of black and whites at 133 North Vermont Avenue, Wilshire. We'll need an ambulance in the corner. Probably a team from technical services as well.
I'm at a loss.
Let's get down in the laundry and see if we can trace McClellan. I can't wait to see what he has in his ID cards.
Any central unit, ambulance shooting. Any central unit, identified.
What do you need?
Phelps and Biggs, LAPD. We have one of your laundry tags. Can you tell us who it might belong to?
Are you kidding? I got work to do, Mac. Here's the customer book. Knock yourself out.
Number was, J2620, Cole.
Who is Hangstrom?
Could be someone else from the factory. Does he have an address?
No. Dead end. Thank you for all your help, sir. Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Detective Phelps, badge 1247, messages, please.
You need to call Ray Finger urgently. It's ringing now.
We're on our way in.
Nix that. I got a message from Lindbergh Field. An airplane tech there identified your part.
What is it?
He said it was a prop spinner from either a Corsair or a B-50.
What?
Fits over the center of the propeller and protects the pitch gearing.
So it's a military part.
Could be, but get this. The Spruce Goose runs 8 Wasp R4360s. I think you better get over there and check it out.
Your Honor. I need an address for an Oscar Hangstrom.
Checking. No residential listing for anyone by that name, Detective. Sorry.
Thanks.
your project, gentlemen? Can you state your business?
Detectives, Phelps and Biggs, LAPD. We're investigating the explosion. We have reason to believe there may be a link to Hughes' aircraft.
I'm sorry, I can't help you there, Detective. Without authorization from military HQ, you won't be allowed onto this facility.
What seems to be the problem, gentlemen? Hey, Biggs. You're not still with the LAPD. Right so, mates. Can you help us out here? Sure. What seems to be the problem? We're working the big explosion at the electroplating plant. Found a part there that belongs to one of your planes. I work head of security for Mr. Hughes now. I'll take full responsibility. I'm sure we can clear this up. Follow me. It's the big hangar. You can't miss it.
Who is Mapes? And what's his connection to Howard Hughes?
Vernon Mapes used to work Advice. Word is he runs fuck pads for Hughes' starlets.
A pimp. Earl and Mapes would seem.
Mapes was the role model for creeps like her. Follow me.
Good day, miss. That thing really fly?
Mr. Hughes believes so. Amazing, isn't she? So, this is the spruce. Jesus Christ, Biggs, you want to get me fired? Mr. Hughes hates that fucking name. It's the H-4 Hercules to you.
You mind answering a few questions, Mr. Mapes?
Call me Vernon, kid. Fire away.
You know anything about the explosion that happened at Nicholson Electroplating this morning?
No more than anyone else. Heard the boom while I was shaving. Almost shit my pants. Thought it was Pearl all over again.
But you had no personal contact with any of the employees. And you have no idea what caused the explosion.
I'm in security. I handle Mr. Hughes' personal interests, if you get my meaning. I'm not directly involved in manufacturing.
Do you know Tomoko Akamoto?
Never heard of the broad. Why?
Akamoto is an industrial spy. She's on your payroll.
A spy, you say? That's very interesting. You have some way of proving she was working for me or Hughes? Intriguing case you have here, Biggs. Spies, explosions, Howard Hughes. You could make a movie out of this one.
Do you know the chief chemist at Nicholson Electroplating, a Harold McClellan?
I've heard of the guy. He was pitching some fancy process to the company.
Did Hughes have a contract with Nicholson?
Hey, kid, lose the tone. Hughes has contracts with every plating shop in L.A.
We'd like to discuss these contracts with Mr. Hughes.
This kid's a riot, Biggs. See Howard Hughes? Harry Truman has to make an appointment to see Howard Hughes.
Thanks for your help, Mr. Mapes. Do you mind if we have a look around while we're here?
Sure. Knock yourself out. You want to take a look inside her? And her?
McClellan's process was going to replace all this.
Great.
latitude 24 degrees 15 minutes north, longitude 76 degrees 0 minutes west. (76 degrees west), 24 degrees 15 minutes north. 76 degrees west, 24 degrees 15 minutes north. 76 degrees west, 24 degrees 15 minutes north. 76 degrees west, 24 degrees 15 minutes north. Let's see where this is exactly. The Bahamas. Somebody's already got their maiden flight planned. Is that a Pratt & Whitney 4360?
Sure is. You know your motors.
Do you mind if I take a look at the prop spinner?
We're getting her ready for sea trials, so be quick about it.
What is the oily covering on the metal?
We coat the aluminum parts in linseed oil to preserve it from oxidization.
So what next?
Check Mape's office, but easy does it. You find something, he could turn nasty pretty quick.
Nope.
That is Marie the Body McDonald.
Does Hughes have her on contract to RKO?
Yeah, I bet he does. see what Pinker has for us. He's probably done tinkering with that camera by now.
Not much help. It would take a smarter man than me to connect that. Thanks for the tour, Mapes.
Always happy to help the department. Hey, don't I know your face from the papers? You're the cop that's stripping that German broad.
Nah, I think you got the wrong guy, Vernon. How are we gonna look getting around in this big hole?
So McClellan was selling his new process to Hughes and cutting out Nicholson.
Looks that way. This would never go all the way up to Hughes. We'd have middlemen dealing with stuff like this.
Someone like Mapes?
The word middleman was invented for guys like Mapes. Must be a tough break being separated from your kids, Phelps.
They're fine. They've got their mother and they've got each other.
What about you?
What about me?
What have you got?
A friend of mine is helping me through it.
Now that I got you, I may as well ask you.
Ask me what?
The Black Dahlia. Who was it that killed that poor girl?
No official charges have been pressed in the case.
I know that. I'm not looking for the official version.
I made a promise to the department.
These are the guys who soldiered down the river. I was kind of attached to the paint job, Cole. Please!
Yeah, I'm thinking of moving up to a 45. I want to put him down to 1 round.
I'm gonna make him pictures of the pixels tonight.
I gave his wife a cat. I said all.
Any messages for me, Hopkins?
Not many you'd want to hear. Newspapers wanting interviews and rookies cussing you out mostly.
Nothing else.
Pinker wants you in tech services. Maybe you'll be more popular downstairs.
Mousy sort tripped off me at the grand jury. Case was thrown out. 17 years.
Hey, Cole. You're not winning any popularity contests upstairs, you know.
Guy was willing to write his own mother after I sweated him.
Come on,
Any ideas?
Cole. Ray's a busy guy, and he's waiting.
Where do you stand?
I think you're a good cop, but I try and stay out of politics.
Everybody tries to stay out of politics, Ray.
Well, don't quote me on it, but I'm hoping that Parker will get the job and clean this place up. I have your photographs. You can use the magnifier. There's quite a lot of detail.
Very funny.
I think you're right, Ray. We have our man. We take a nice photo, Phelps. The bum took a swipe at me. Put him down on my saddle.
Bring in the Watcher a match for our John Doe. He's obviously the competitive bid. Can you get this over to Lockheed so we can get a name for this guy?
It's already on its way.
Howard Hughes, millionaire, industrialist, aviator, and playboy, and Vernon Mapes, ex-dirty cop and business fixer. I found a similar tie pin along with a dead guy in a fridge.
I say we bust in there and find the goddamn evidence.
Excellent photography, Tomoko. So Tomoko had the goods on McClellan. Too bad they blew the place to hell. Is this McClellan? Can anyone make out the street number behind him?
Are you kidding? With my eyesight?
Cole, can you help me with a little experiment? Use the eyedropper in front of you. One drop from each of the bottles on the desk. Place the drops in the Petri dish.
I want to make it. You know you can make it. Yeah, I'm thinking of moving up to a 45. I want to put him down in 1 round.
It's okay, guys. Just a little experiment.
Can you guys knock it off? Everyone's still jumping from that bang this morning.
Very funny, Ray. You just took a couple of years off my life expectancy.
Did the same trick to me about an hour ago.
So that was the stuff that caused the explosion.
I think so. Acetic anhydride is almost as explosive as nitro, and when mixed with perchloric acid, it's very unstable. It needs to be cooled constantly. We used linseed oil. You could add any organic compound to trigger an explosion.
3 little drops.
Yeah, and they were using a 100-gallon vat.
Goddamn captain's making me resubmit the paperwork.
I know that face. That's the guy who busted all those Negro drug pushers last week, isn't it?
That's the creep. Walked out on his wife.
Jesus, Cole. What's wrong with a good old-fashioned black and white? stinks of petroleum.
Avgas, if I'm not mistaken. It's all around the floor. Hangstrom was flying today on TWA.
Hangstrom is dead, Cole. Why leave your ticket behind?
I'm just cleaning up. Hangstrom and McClellan are the same man.
The gas, Cole, the gas! We gotta get out of here right now! Look, by the stove! Shoot the gas line, Cole, we're out of here! There you are, shitheel. Come on, he's not getting away from us. I can't hit a target that isn't there, Phelps. Lay into his wheel well, come on. Getting close and steer him off the car. Shit! You security men, Cole. Stay on base. Knock them off the road if you have to, but stay on that fucker. You want me to take this shot or not? Don't go to sleep on me. Get it close. Get in close and steer him off the tar. Okay, one traffic stop coming up. We're gonna have to go through all the security men first. I hope you're ready for a fight, Cole. I got it. Stay down. Let's go and get his ass.
You're gonna have to explain this to me again. So the guy at the chemical plant, he's planning on selling his magic formula to another company and skipping town with his assistant, but he blows himself up before he can manage it. So why the dead body in the refrigerator?
Mapes, Captain. He was eliminating all competitors for the process. When it went bang, he burnt down the apartment to remove all connection between Hughes and the plant.
Mapes, right. I remember Vernon Mapes. The guy had good, honest cops hanging their heads in shame. Glad he's finally out of commission. I don't know if it'll do you any good, Phelps, but between the spruce goose and half the city exploding, you might just have made the case of the decade.